Let's cross now to Canberra and speak to Amin Saikal. He's a Professor Emeritus of Middle Eastern Studies at the Australian National University. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We heard from our correspondent there in Tel Aviv about the ceasefire talks, how the US is really pushing for it, but of course Netanyahu not agreeing to it. Why is Washington not using its leverage on Israel to force a ceasefire both in Gaza and in Lebanon?
Because the Joe Biden administration has made it very clear that the United States is a security provider for Israel, and its commitment to Israel is ironclad. And therefore, the United States will continue to provide whatever support Israel needs in the campaign in Gaza and, of course, also in Lebanon. In fact, just very recently, the Biden administration offered another something like $8 billion worth of military assistance to Israel to basically help it with the Lebanon campaign.
And because Israel is aware of this, is it trying to reshape power in the region and possibly draw the United States into a direct confrontation with Iran, which Israel blames all of this on?
Prime Minister Netanyahu is very confident that whatever happens, the United States' support of Israel will continue uninterrupted, as it has been the case since the beginning of this conflict in the region. And of course, there is not much of a dialogue between the United States and Iran. There's no relationship between the two sides. The United States occasionally sends messages to Iran through emissaries and indirectly. But the Iranians right now, probably they are weighing their options, how to really respond to what Israel is doing in Lebanon. And I think the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi stated a few days ago that Iran still remains committed to defending Hezbollah, but at the same time, the Iranian leadership has made it clear that Hezbollah is capable of defending itself. In other words, Iran does not really want a war, but at the same time, it is expressed a willingness to defend its interests in both Lebanon and in the region.
When it comes to Netanyahu and his political support, is he trying to shore up that support, especially with his far-right coalition partners, because they are fully backing him here and encouraging an even bigger assault on Lebanon?
Well, absolutely. And I think Israel is likely to follow the pattern of bombardment and intervention in Lebanon just in the same way that it's really done in Gaza. So I think after this heavy bombardment, it is highly likely that Israel will engage in a land invasion, and if it really succeeds in pushing Hezbollah up to the Litani River, 29 kilometers north of the Israeli border, then I think Netanyahu may emerge as a hero. Despite the fact that the majority of the Israelis have not really wanted him and who have asked for his resignation. But on the other hand, the majority of Israelis also support the campaign against Hamas as well as Hezbollah.
When it comes to Hezbollah, do you think their supporters right now are expecting a bigger response than what we've seen so far?
Well, it all depends to what extent Israel has succeeded in degrading Hezbollah's capability as a result of this intensive bombing, which has taken place in the last few days. But I think whatever arsenals Hezbollah has, then obviously they will be thinking that how they could be used in order to respond very heavily to Israel. But Hezbollah's leadership at the moment is very quiet, simply because we really don't know what has really happened to the Secretary General of the movement, that is Nasrallah, and at the same time, I'm pretty sure that Hezbollah leaders are in contact with Tehran and will act in consultation with Tehran.
Professor Amin Saikal in Canberra, great to get your analysis. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.